there's one ETF manager that everyone is talking about. Ark Invest. Ark Invest isn't like any of their competitors because they have a fundamentally different approach to research and investing. In this film, I speak to Renato Leggi, Ark's client portfolio manager, about 4 new opportunities for investors. The first is all about time horizons. Investors are often fixated with short-term returns and underestimate the long-term opportunities from disruptive technologies. Ark have positioned themselves to take advantage of this time arbitrage.
We're forecasting how big these technologies will be and what the world will look like 5 to 10 years out. These technologies are growing exponentially. So if you're thinking about it linear, like many investors, which have only maybe a 3-month to 12-month time horizon, we think they're going to underestimate or maybe even misunderstand the potential of some of these technologies.
The second opportunity revolves around passive public markets and an inefficient allocation of capital. Innovation investors have focused their attention on the private market, and this has starved many listed companies of forward-looking growth capital. Ark has discovered that some of the biggest pricing inefficiencies can now be found in these listed companies.
So what we've seen is 2 huge trends. We have kind of these passive public markets where investors have been attracted to benchmarks, and benchmarks by definition are backward-looking. So when you're investing capital based on a look based on past success, we don't think that's indicative of future success. So you really have to have a kind of a forward-looking view on these technologies and the global markets. The other big trend that we've seen is a lot of investors think the only way to get exposure to innovation is really investing in the private or venture capital world. And what we've seen there is some of those, there's a lot of capital chasing what we believe are too few opportunities. And so some of the valuations there are much higher. We see some companies being valued 5, 10, maybe even 15 times higher than some of the companies that are doing some of the same stuff in the public equity markets.
The third area of opportunity focuses on the archaic way that the rest of the finance industry works. Many Wall Street analysts still use traditional models to examine disruptive companies. The convergence of transformative technologies requires a new way of thinking, and Ark have organised their research to capitalise on these cross-sector opportunities.
Innovation cuts across sectors, geographies, even market caps. And traditional Wall Street has kind of been very siloized in the sense of focusing on sectors, individual sectors or industries. Having analysts focus on technologies, they typically have that domain expertise in these individual technologies. And so these technologies or these companies out there that we're investing in touch on multiple technologies. So we'll have multiple analysts covering it from different perspectives. And that's why sometimes we get to a much different conclusion than the broader market.
Finally, Ark's fourth investment opportunity revolves around the way their research has embraced the community that they analyse. Ark have developed a unique open source approach to research, sharing their analysis within the community they follow to get a more complete understanding that opens up greater possibilities for investor returns.
One of the main reasons why Ark was founded was to create new dimensions in research. So as software developers have kind of open sourced their code to allow other developers to build on top of that, we think of our research as the code. And so we've completely open sourced our research so that others can build on top of that research. We're pushing out our research, but we're also getting a lot back. And we're talking to professors, entrepreneurs, people that are driving some of these technologies forward, and they're providing very valuable insights and different vantage points as we're assessing these technologies and these opportunities to invest in.
It's plain to see why Ark Invest is performing so extraordinarily. Their truly innovative approach gives them a massive edge over traditional analysis. In simple terms, Ark Invest have fundamentally changed the way to think about research. And right now, that means they see 4 big opportunities for investors.
Almost $75 trillion will accrue in terms of business value and wealth creation over the next 10 years out.